Because, of course, it's not a time teller live stream, apparently, unless there's a massive technology issue. I don't know what the heck happened. The last, 3 weeks I've had to restart live streams because things aren't going well. No, I think this time the stream lagged because I'm trying to download Magic Arena, which is hilarious. But fear not, we always have redundancy. This way. Let's see if anyone shows up to this, or if people are still showing up to that last one that I cut. It's the most frustrating thing, Magic cards, because it's not really like watch collecting. Because like watch collecting, you seek out one singular thing and you purchase it, and you do that with cards as well. But the majority of stuff that you fill your collection with is useless. Whereas hopefully with watch collecting, as you get better, you stop doing that. But what I mean is when you buy packs and stuff, a lot of stuff that you're getting is just nothing. Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. Lay is here. What it be, baby? Sorry about the that lag in the stream. My stats on OBS said that the stream was fine, but I take your guys' word for it. So yeah, that was a really good rant. To reiterate what people were saying in the last stream, if people are just joining into this one, someone asked what I think about counterfeit watches, and aren't they just fakes? And what I was trying to describe is, when I was little, the word, replica watches is the word that they used. Replica watches, and aren't they just fakes? And what I tried to explain is, when I was little, I would buy replica planes, right? Like a F-14 Tomcat replica, or a Corsair replica. It's not a real plane, it's a replica plane. It's a little model of one, right? And now that word has been bastardized to kind of soften fake or fraud or counterfeit. Even counterfeit is a little bit too fancy for the watch market, okay? If you wear a watch that is not authentic, it is fake. It's not a replica of one. It wasn't made by a props department for a movie. It is a fake. And there's no rational reason to support that industry. And I'm going to tell you why. If you're in an area, because this is the number one point of reasoning that I hear when people argue for replica watches, fake watches. People say, oh, well, I'm not going to wear a real one because it's not safe to wear, a real Rolex out there, so I just wear a fake. If you're going to an area where it's not safe enough to wear a real Rolex, you should not be wearing a fake one. Because the person who's going to hurt you, harm you, kill you for that item, they're not a neurologist, they don't have their reference number handbook, they don't have their jeweler's loop, and they're not going to inspect the markings and reference numbers and serial numbers. They're just going to hurt you, potentially kill you for that shiny thing on your wrist. And if they find out it's fake later, well, they find out it's fake later. But if you're going into an area where you don't deem it safe enough to wear a real watch, you shouldn't be wearing a fake one. And whether you like it or not, that industry is criminal. It's a criminal enterprise that takes advantage of people and is often part of other more extreme crimes. So you really do not need to support that industry. And in fact, you shouldn't support that industry. And people say, the time teller just hates fakes because he sells watches, so he has a dog in the fight. Yeah, I do have a dog in the fight because I sell authentic watches. But believe me, I'm not worried that people are going to buy fake ones instead of buying the real ones from me. That's not why I'm upset about it. I'm upset about it because you guys are supporting an industry that has their hands in very, very bad enterprises. Some people also blur the lines between homages and replicas. Yeah, an homage, an homage, however you want to pronounce it, that's not a replica. That's not a fake. It's just a watch that is similar to another. Sam Torn between going with vintage Vacheron and B&R, obviously very different. Vacheron, I have a vintage Vacheron. Vacheron's one of the best. Just make sure it's authentic. B&R, are you talking about Bell and Ross? Bell and Ross is, you're right, that's incredibly different, but go vintage Vacheron. Also, for the people who are just showing up, what is going on? We did a mini stream for like, I think 15 minutes earlier, but then the stream lagged, so I'm restarting. So I wanted to say hello, and I know you can't all be here, you know, during the live segment, but if you guys can join us live on Saturdays, I really do appreciate it. So chat, if we can wave to the people at home and give me a like for the titty lamp, Critititties. Give me a like for the titty lamp, please. Mad Watch Collector Russ is here. What is up? Showing the T3 love. Terrible what's happened to your leg, my friend. Thank you so much, Russ. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, people ask me all the time who my favorite watch YouTubers are. The Mad Watch Collector. I mean, if you're subscribed to me, you're more than likely subscribed to him. But Russ is one of my favorite watch YouTubers. He makes watch collecting fun. And guess what? I also really like Teddy. So, support all the guys out there. Yeah, all of them are my bros. Yeah, but give a like for the titty lamp. We got Mostly Harmless waving. Brady says, I also collect knives. Don't buy high-end Chinese. I don't buy high-end Chinese knives because high-end Chinese manufacturers also make counterfeits using all slave labor. So here's the thing: I also enjoy knives, but I'm not a snob when it comes to that because I'm not as knowledgeable. So there's a lot of people who know a lot more about these things than me. And a lot of the EDC community is very connected into the watch world because watches are kind of an EDC item, right? So it makes sense. But here's just some stuff I have on my desk. This is a very inexpensive watch, but excuse me. I'm used to saying watch because I'm a watch guy. A very inexpensive knife, Gerber flat iron. Okay, I carry this pretty much every day. You know why? Because for the Time Teller shop and for the Time Teller channel, I'm constantly opening boxes and packages. And so having something like this that is essentially just a big straight razor, it is so easy. There's some nice, you can choke up on it. It's so easy to get through. It's essentially like a glorified box cutter, right? And so I carry this all the time, and it is like crazy sharp. But then another thing and you're gonna see how dirty this is because I use it all the time, is just a simple case knife. Okay, these have been around forever. My dad gave me this, and this is also razor sharp. I sharpen it pretty much every week, but I use this to open packages, and you can see all the tape adhesive. Just a very simple case knife. You can see I use this one more than I use the flat iron, and you can see because all the adhesive from the tape. I also have a Lagule. That is, I love this knife. I keep wanting to say watch. This thing is incredibly sharp, and I use it all the time. You can see these are the ones that I have in my office because we're constantly opening packages. This one's super sharp. But yeah, the case knives are OGs. So, reading comments. Is that legal in California? I know, but these aren't. You can see some trash back there, by the way. I'm cleaning up some stuff. So we have trash bags back there. Let me see. Traditional knives cut the best. Don't tell anyone. So I'm saying, man, you don't got to get into the crazy expensive stuff to get good stuff. And that's kind of the whole point of this channel, right? You don't have to spend huge money on haute horologie to get a ton of bang for buck. You can have fun with some of the less expensive stuff like G-Shocks. Let us get it. Okay, so, by the way, I was going to say, let us get into the topic at hand. But what I really wanted to do was ask what you guys are sipping on. Now, I had to drop, before I was coming here into the office, Sammy had to run some errands. So I drove with her to get coffee and then dropped her off. She's going to do her own thing. And I got a latte from McDonald's. McDonald's coffee's elite, okay? It is so much better than Starbucks, it's insane. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I am kind of a coffee snob. And I'm going to tell you that McDonald's coffee is just like cheap diner coffee. And it tastes so much better than this highly acidic Nouveau Riche coffee. Rob Brown, plane spotting. Greetings from the land of jocks, sunny Scotland. Do you know Opinel? Yeah, I have a ton of Opinel knives. I have one in the other area over there. I camp with an Opinel in my pocket all the time. And I bought my dad the box set of Opinel where it has like the big ones and it gets into the really small one. But anyway, what are you guys sipping on? I got just a medium coffee, iced coffee from McDonald's. I finished it on the drive here though, so good effort with the accent, bro. I try, man. You know, there's a tradition on this channel that whenever someone comes here and tells me where they're from, I do an accent. So it's like it's racially insensitive, it's whatever, but for me, it's appreciation. It is appreciation. Brady, hello from East Whittier, La Abra. By the way, what I wanted to talk about was constructive critititties. Because here's the thing, okay? My channel, The Time Teller, is not getting as many views as it used to get. That's just like the simple fact. So I want to know, because a bunch of you guys really do. Mel Gibson. Yeah, that was my Mel Gibson impression. I'll do it again. Okay, this is Mel Gibson. Rob Brown, plane spotting. Jews. That's my joke. And scene. You guys get the reference? Okay. But I wanted to ask you guys, what would you like to see more of on the Time Teller channel? Because I feel like we put in a lot of effort with the content that we're producing, and I try very different things. Like, for instance, we do a bunch of different, series where I try to get a little bit introspective, like the chrono concepts, where I tried to theorize, future watches, and I do vintage, like defunct brand, like deep dives in the history, and then I do kind of like your basic reviews. And I want to know what you guys would like to see more of, because obviously I'm never giving up on the channel. That's not what this announcement is. But I want some constructive criticism for you guys, because I feel like I'm trying different things, and I feel like I'm putting out content to the best of my ability, and views are not as high as they were. So I understand that you guys are the consumers of my products, and I want to make sure that my products are as best as they can be for you. So if you guys can tell me more of what you want to see on my channel, that would make me very happy, because of course the views would stabilize and increase, but also it would satisfy me to know that you guys are consuming content that makes you guys happy. Carlos, hi Joe, I'm from Oxfordshire and still watching your stuff. Thank you, my brother. You've been around for a while, actually. You've been watching my stuff for a while. Vintage, maybe good eBay buys, breakdown ads and offers. Yeah, so we just did that series Goodbye or Goodbye, where I pick a watch and assess whether it's a good purchase or if we're going to say goodbye. Jacob says, yes, vintage American brands like Waltham, Bulova, Elgin. So I've actually already done a deep dive on Waltham, on Bulova, and Elgin. Jared Ferguson, I want to see giant anime titties. Yeah, you have to go to my other channel for that. Start yelling at the camera again. Noted. Chili Badger, hey Time Teller. Titties brought me here from Brighton, UK. Heck, dude, see, we can all come together. There's a joke there. Over the love of titties. YouTube seems favoring longer form vids, 30 minutes. How about stitching your weekly vids together as one long form? That might not be a bad idea. Hello, you handsome brute. I appreciate that, J-Rods. Do the Californians from SNL. Bro, that's all I interact with, and people just arguing about which freeway to use. No, you gotta go on the 405. Yeah, but the 405, like, the truth is, if you take it a little earlier and you get off, like, dude, I try not to go east of the 405, to be honest, because, like, dude, I just want to stay in Venice, bro. It's like, okay. Also, News Weekly watch show releases, scandals, prices, maybe guests sometimes very popular with the community. Yeah, I would be totally open to all of that. That's very good. You should do a series where you try to have a manual wind watch service. I don't understand that. So, me servicing a watch, I am not qualified to do any servicing of any kind. Do a live with Mad Watch Collector. Yeah, I'd love that. Service manual watch. Sorry. Well, I'm not a watchmaker, unfortunately. So there are other very successful channels that do that. Review some San Martins. The universe may implode. That'd be dope. We ain't technical, bro. Lives help, maybe events and fairs. So here's the issue with that, James Blonde. By the way, I love your YouTube handle. Here's the issue with that, and this is not a sob story. One of the issues with the recent content I've been putting out, and some of the reasons why I've been trying new series, is because I can't go out and film some of the more dynamic content I used to film. So for those of you who don't know, and I'm sick of talking about it, I have a really bad leg injury. And the kind of harsh truth about it is it seems to be getting worse. So for instance, like when Sammy and I woke up today, I have really bad nerve pain in my lower back. That's going into like my glute. So it feels almost like sciatica, but like worse, because it's going, and you know, it's just really, whatever. We don't need to get into it, but it's hard for me to go out and about to like various like for instance, there was a show in Long Beach like 3 weeks ago, a watch convention thing, and I couldn't go because I can't really walk around. And filming, you know, I don't have a huge team here, so it's hard for me to do a lot of the things, getting things ready and setting things up, and you know, me walking around with any camera is just not gonna happen unless I have a bunch of people helping me. So yeah, there's a show in Long Beach like 3 weeks ago where Christopher Ward was there. Like, yeah, sorry, bro. Podcast with guests and watches, studio, then like talking watches, but not sickening. Yeah, exactly. The passion you felt for Seiko, slowly going up, marking, breaking your heart is going to be tough to bring back T3. Dude, see, that's the issue, right? The watch world changed in a big way, and people got upset that I was complaining about change because I'm like the boomer that doesn't like change. It's like, no. I'll be rooting for recovery sooner than later, hopefully. Thank you, J Rods, by the way. Thank you for the well wishes. But yeah, I'm again, it's my business sense is to ask my customers, which is you, what more you would like to see from me. So, like for instance, I did a kind of assessment about Hodinky yesterday afternoon, and I got like 2K views on that video, and I have a channel of over 200,000. So I just want to know what more you guys would like to see from me so that I can, you know, give you the products you want. Why does the DW6600 T3 do? Dude, that would be so awesome. That'd be so awesome. I can rant about this whole Seiko upmarket thing right now. There's one thing about it that really, really, really bothers me. And it's that people act like I'm unaware of inflation. They're like, things are more expensive because of inflation, you idiot. And it's like, yeah, I get it, dude. If you go to my other channel, that's like all I complain about. All right. Here's the issue, though. It's more than just inflation. It's that they are removing watches that were very good to give us watches that are not good. So it's not that they're taking watches and making them more expensive. They're removing watches that are great and then giving us more expensive watches that are neutered. Fuck Seiko. They aren't worth the price these days. Motherfucking Seiko, kiss my rear. It's not the watches, it's you. I'm not getting notifications because I would have watched, but get some friends and their watches in. Yeah, that'd be great. Also, you're not the first person who's told me, James Blonde, that they're not getting notified. So here's the scary thing. You want to know something very, very scary? Weekly, I will get messages from people and emails to my website asking why I haven't uploaded. And I will respond and be like, well, I upload about 3 times a week just on the Time Teller channel, plus another like 2 on the other channel, plus daily on Instagram. And people are like, what? I'm not getting notified. And I click the bell. So a lot of people just simply aren't getting notified that I upload anymore, which is very, very frustrating. So if everyone here could hit the bell icon, I'm not kidding. I know this is such an old school YouTube thing. Hit the bell icon, guys. But if you guys could seriously hit the bell icon and get notified when I upload, that would help me out a ton. Do you think Seiko will re-release a real Pogue? I would take a solar quartz. I just want the original dial case colorways. I think they will. I think Seiko absolutely will at some point. They re-released the Armatron. So, the original quartz, whatever they called it. Patel, what's going on? Gonna check the channel, leave some comments. Thank you so much, James Blonde. Fortunately, YouTube would demonetize you for doing videos on a second hobby like shiny metal freedom seed tossers. I know. Back in 2013, I wanted to start a channel about that, but there's 0% chance that would work. Astron, thank you. I had a brain fart. Agent P, hello mate. I got an Omega Speedmaster triple date at age 20. I would like to ask you your thoughts on this watch. I would also like to ask what my next potential watch should be after this. Well, if you have a Speedy, I would go with a diver, right? You already have a chronograph. I would go something with a decent water resistance rating. Also, get yourself a G-Shock for sure. Right, the entire watch market is down right now. A lot of the middle class don't have as much spare time, money to do watch stuff, and Seiko turned their back on the affordable stuff / great market. You're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. Lego Knight. Timex Chronograph Marlin has to be one of the best value quartz I've purchased. Yeah, that's a very cool release. Timex, I mean, I told you guys 2 years ago, Timex is coming for people's throats, man. They are killing it. But yeah, guys, and I'm talking not just to the people live, but to the people in the future that are watching this. Leave a comment and tell me what you'd like to see. And if you could hit the bell icon, that would help because, I am trying new things and I am, trying to adapt and do different stuff. And the views are not what they were on this channel. So I definitely do want to, instead of coming on here and complaining, oh my God, what is happening? This freaking sucks, bro. I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking at it for my views are down. I'd like to know what you guys would like so I can produce more of that and just, that would make me happy. Is Rolex overrated? Oh, James, I did a video about that last week. Overrated or overpriced? Because the truth is, the Submariner is not a $10,000 watch, right? But they do make consistent watches. They make watches that are very consistent across the board. Like a Submariner has not deviated much since its inception and is consistently solid and reliable. And so I understand why that brand has the brand equity they have. But is it really a $10,000 plus watch? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. Kyle, the time teller looking handsome. Gonna blush under my beard, boy. James, I'm not afraid to wear my Ocean, Great Lakes Diver, or Laco Hamilton Vol anywhere. Okay, maybe not their high end. Yeah, just, regardless of what watch it is, just be careful, because these criminal dum-dums everywhere are willing to hurt you for a shiny object. They're not very intelligent. They're no better than a ferret. A ferret is smarter than them. Ferrets collect shiny things. I have a very funny story about ferrets if you guys want me to rant about it. I'll tell. I think I've told it on this channel before, but I have a very funny story about ferrets. Comment green for go, red for no if you want to hear my ferret story. When is your OnlyCans page? That's so funny. Never. Most of the time, Sammy hasn't joined live for a while. Ratings down. I mean, dude, you're right. You're absolutely right. And Sammy made a joke this morning because I was dropping her off. And she's like, "You're gonna go live stream?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go in the office for a little bit." And she was like, "People are gonna think I don't exist anymore because I haven't joined yet." I'm like, "Dude, they ask about you every week. Don't worry. They know that you're a real thing." Subby is a $7,000 watch that dude, I don't even think it's $7,000 to be honest. A Submariner should be like a $2,500 watch max. But I mean, I love Submariners, bro. Yachtmaster 40 slept on. You're probably right, dude. You're probably right. Abraham, which one would be the better choice, a Seiko Automatic or Eco Citizen similar price range? Well, it depends what you want. Eco Drive Movement's going to be reliable, like forever. Always going to be running. I love Citizen Eco Drives. I also do love Seikos. And if they're on the same price range, it depends. Like, for instance, a King Turtle versus a Citizen Eco Drive, I would choose the King Turtle. But not because it's automatic. I just really like that watch. But for, Seiko, one of those 5KXs versus an Eco Drive, I would choose the Eco Drive. So I think it's on a watch-to-watch basis. I want a dive watch that's 40 millimeters within reason. Price, any suggestions? What is a reasonable price for you? Give me a price range, and I'll tell you. Brady says green. J. Ross says green. Lego says green. Twin says red. Oh. Dwight says green. Rob Brown, plain spotting, says green. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. This funny. Mostly Harmer says, tell Sammy we know she takes good care of our T3. I will. And she might be watching this where she's at right now. But she does take good care of me, and she made sure I went to the barber shop finally. I haven't been wanting to go out much unless it's been for work. And so I kind of let my whole hair thing go. But she made sure I went to the barber shop and got cleaned up. And she takes good care of me. All right, so here's this ferret story. All right. I had a friend. So first of all, I've always wanted a ferret. I think they're awesome. I think they're hilarious. And I grew up reading the Redwall books from Brian Jacques. You guys know Redwall, where it's the little woodland creatures in like medieval time. Anyway, they had like stoats, and they would reference stoats and badgers and weasels. And I always wanted a ferret. And so, they're naughty and they're weird and silly. But ferrets are illegal in California. How nuts is that? Burger Slayer, certified T3 bot. Dude, he's one of my first subscribers. Can we get a round of applause for Burger Slayer? Every time he shows up, I'm pumped. Anyway, ferrets are illegal in California because if it's too fun or too functional, you can't have it in California. Worst state ever. Anyway, my friends back in New England got a ferret, all right? Him and his girlfriend got a ferret. And they got two, a boy and a girl. Shortly after getting the ferrets, they noticed like the girlfriend lost her earrings. They couldn't find her earrings anywhere. Then like a week later, he lost his car keys. Couldn't find them anywhere. He had to spend like, I think it was like $400 to get a new key fob because his keys were gone on his car. They started losing silverware. Like coins were missing, like in the little catch-all. Like every little knick-knack that they had was gone. And so they were like, I think someone's like stealing something from our place because our car keys are gone. The girl started losing jewelry. The guy lost his bracelet. Didn't know what the heck was going on. So one day, they get a new couch, right? So they put up their couch for sale, and when they're about to move their couch, their two little ferrets scurry away from under the couch. Initially, they don't think of it. They don't think anything of it. They're like, oh, the little ferrets are just running around, whatever. All of a sudden, they hear like a clink, 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 clink. Clink, 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 clink. When they start moving the couch, and they're like, what the heck? They look under the couch lining, and there's a hole. And underneath the couch liner, it's sagging. And they're like, what the heck? So they pull open the couch, and everything falls out. And so the ferrets built a little nest for inside the couch. And for like months, at night, the ferrets were like running around their house, stealing things and putting it inside the couch. And I looked it up, and ends up it's really common for ferrets to like steal shiny things because they think it's like cool. Which is just hilarious. Govnan says, shut up with your creepy ferret story. Oh my god, dude, you're so edgy. Thank you for showing up to a live. That's so edgy and cool of you. Go play Roblox, bro. Lorne from Italia. Mamma mia. Best steel bracelet under 10K. I'm going to tell you right now. The factory bracelet on the Seiko Tuna rules. SBBN 031. Been looking for a Rolex OP34 from the 60s, 70s. What things should I take in? So I actually made an episode about looking at the Rolex 1500 series, which is an OP34. If you go to my channel and you look up you type in 1500 or Rolex 1500 on the time teller, you'll show up, you'll see, I think I've made like 4 videos about them. So stay within the 1500 series and pay attention to the dials, okay? Redials for those watches are very common. Pay attention to the dial that you are getting. What was my first watch? I will tell you right now because I have it right here. My first ever... this is what I consider my first watch. Okay, I had some little throwaway, like, digital watches that you know, who knows what they were back in the 90s. But this was my first automatic watch. It's a LLB. It's a 9721 RAF limited edition. Hamilton LL dial. I absolutely love this watch. It's a hammy field watch. The lume actually still shines decently, which is crazy. I've had this overhauled, and it still works like a charm. For a little while, I was worried because it was dying on me, but I had it overhauled at TikTok Watch Repair, and they fixed it right up. So I'm pumped. What would be the most desired watch brand for ferrets? Something vintage. Something vintage with a lot of like plated metal. I think that would be very attractive to them. Best looking Tissot other than a PRX? There's a lot of... Dude, the Tissot Le Locle. The Tissot Le Locle Powermatic 80. Everything is time teller. Did I sell my GX56BB? No, I didn't. I gave that to my neighbor. I think I get it. The GX56, that's the King. That's the King Seiko, correct? I gave that to my neighbor. I saw his son wearing a G-Shock, and his son ran up to me and was like, I'm wearing a G-Shock, because they know that I'm a watch guy. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And his dad, my neighbor, came out. I was like, yeah, I gave him my G-Shock. I need to go get another one. I was like, you know what? Maybe you don't. And I gave him my King G-Shock. Oh, dude. Juan, dude, that is crazy. That's who it is. Juan, dude, that is insane. That's my neighbor. Dude, that is insane. He can verify it. He's watching right now. Juan Torres. That's the dude that I gave it to. That is so funny. Ha! That is hilarious. Shout out to Juan and Brandon. Brandon's the son. Let me see. Burger Slayer says, love the new channel, man. Everything is get, dude. That is the case, bro. That is absolutely the case. Love the channel. Earth is obviously flat and motionless, dude. That's what you're wrong, by the way. The Earth is round. The moon is flat. Flat moon, baby. Al, certified teeth rot. Hey, Jory, what about more health and wellness content? So, I would like that. Oh my God, there's someone writing in Cyrillic that says hi, time teller. I wish I could say your name, but did Seiko discontinue 300 meter tuna? Yeah, the SBBN 031 isn't made right now because they rearranged their Prospect series. Jason Oda, whatever, dude. All right, let's not get into the details here. Either the moon or Earth is flat. One of them. All right, man. I'm not going to argue with you. Do your research. Do your research. Longtime viewers will get the flat moon joke. Hey, Jory, what about more health and wellness content? I would love to do that. Here's the issue. I am very injured right now. If you could see how I walk up the stairs, it's not like a normal 35-year-old. I hate talking about this. I'm sick of talking about it. But my life has been changed. Sakura has SBBN 047 for 25. Oh my God, dude. That's like twice what I paid when I got my 031. Been wanting a new tuna. Maybe I'll have to get an Arnie scratch edge. Yeah, get an Arnie. It's not the same, but similar wrist presence. And yeah, tuna's just gone up, bro. Ooh, hay fever. Enjoy. Cool watch. Designed by a prolific, fancy schmancy, out there, abstract designer. Very cool. It's $4,500 for a 2012 Honda Accord. 24% good deal. I'm not a car salesman, dude. So, you know what? Take that $4,500 and buy a vintage Rolex, baby. That's what I'm saying, baby. I'm on Duro. Get a dude. Casio Duro, I didn't have a good experience with mine. And people got upset. Here's the thing. I had a decent experience with mine. But I had a reasonable experience with mine. All right? If you go to one of my earlier reviews about the Casio Duro, has like 1 million views. People got so upset. All because I am a watch reviewer. So I am I am describing what I am feeling. It had a very gritty, difficult to thread crown. And the second hand did not hit the indexes. That's very normal. Do you know why? Because with cheap quartz watches, it's very common for second hands not to hit the indexes. That watch is, when I reviewed it, it was like sub $100. That's a very cheap watch. It's not going to be incredible. And all I did was say that, and people got so mad. But it is what it is. Mine hits markers. That's good. That is very good. Not saying they'll never hit the markers. I'm just saying mine didn't. I'm a movie watch collector. More joy than trying to impress my people collect. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Watch collecting, you know, your collection is your collection, and you should be getting into the hobby based upon what makes you happy. My favorite brand under $1,000. Oh, so difficult. You asked me that last week. You'd think I'd have an answer. It's going to be in the microbrands, dude. It's going to be in the microbrands. Because, you know, I want to say Longines, but a lot of the Longines you can't find for under $1,000. Mostly harmless. Don't start watch collecting, bro. That was under 10K. Yeah. Under $1,000 used to be sick. Boulder, I love Boulder, man. I'm wearing my tuna, by the way, for those of you who don't know. That's why everyone's talking. That's why all the tuna talk, you feel me? That's why it's all the tuna talk. Seiko used to be it. And now I think for the under $1,000 mark, we have to look into the microbrands. It's like, it is what it is. Yeah, Hamilton crushes it. But is it my favorite? Honestly, the Expedition, the Hamilton Expedition, the Khaki Expedition, it's pretty bad. And by bad, I mean good. It's pretty badass. So yeah, maybe Hamilton would be my answer, honestly. You got the Longines Quartz GMT, and Longines has basically just bleep on the whole lineup. App barely works anymore. That's unfortunate, but that's also why I don't buy watches that tether to your phone. I'm told under good authority, do not get into watches. That's very reasonable. It's reasonable advice. Whoever said that's a genius. Just recently got my first automatic Seiko, first diver assistant. You could drive loom assistant, kick Seiko. I don't know about that. Can I interest you in a new watch independent brand releasing on 10/10? Email info@thetimetellershop.com. We can work on a review collaboration. Bill Gates wears a Duro. Get in the pod and eat the bugs. You know, guys, get in the pod and eat the bugs. That's just what it is. Do you have a favorite movie watch? Ben 10? I'm just kidding. Probably. There's so many. No, it's not the Murph, dude. I actually don't really like the Murph, to be perfectly honest. I also didn't see that movie. I know it's gonna blow people's mind. Okay, honestly, the Hamilton Ventura from Men in Black. Just a sick watch. It's so retro. Rob Brown says Ventura is a cool movie watch. Wish I could pull it off. Yeah, that's the thing. It's really badass. It's so cool. The Hamilton Ventura from Men in Black. For those of you who don't know, it's the triangular watch. Very retro, very vintage, almost like Art Deco in a weird way. And Elvis movies. Elvis also famously wore a Hamilton Ventura. Okay, Ripley's watch from Alien is insane with the pulsometer. So there's this rectangular, Seiko, I think, made it, that had a metal panel right here. And if you put your fingers on it, it's supposed to read your pulse. And this is from like the 80s. It's like the late 80s. So that's, oh my God, what did they call it? I forgot, but it's really cool. The Seiko Pulse, thank you. Most Omegas look so good just before you try them. I really like, I'm gonna be honest, the Aquaterra series kind of kicks the crap out of current OPs. That's just what it is, guys. I'm sorry to say that. James Bond Omegas, yeah. So guys, here's the thing. Do you subscribe to my other channel, Everything is Gay? Because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to jump over there. Hey, Jory, this live is awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm going to jump over there and stream Magic Arena. And we're going to be talking about some more edgy stuff. So it is almost done downloading. I'm going to take a short break over on Everything is Gay. And I don't have a link to it in the bio. If one of my viewers could post a link. Best 2024 Microbrand. I don't know about best, period, but Boulder is so consistent, dude. And here's the thing. I don't think we can consider Christopher Ward a Microbrand, but Christopher Ward, I mean, if we're going to say, no, they're not micro, they're independent. Whatever, dude. Chris Ward's one of the best watchmakers out right now. I'm going to be perfectly honest. So, guys, go over to Everything is Gay. If Dr. Bob could put a link, that would be dope. Or if one of my viewers could put a link in the chat here, then we can go ahead and hang out over there. All right. Brew makes cool watches too. I've never actually reviewed one though. Yes, I've reviewed an Atawak. I've reviewed an Atawak. All right, guys, have a good one. Get out of your comfort zone. Tell someone you love them. Tell yourself you love yourself. And it's the best you can do, guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. Now, remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. All right, guys, I will see you over on the other channel.